Welcome to ISE 2022 in beautiful Barcelona, Spain. This is Rich Fregosa for AVNation.tv. I'm sitting here with Anna Kozel from VuWall, and you are the Director of Marketing.
I am.
Welcome to Barcelona.
Thank you so much.
It's so great to have you
Amazing
here.
to be here.
Isn't it?
It is.
You know, I kind of repeat myself over and over, but I'm really loving the opportunity to have these interviews, especially in studio for the moment. We've had a small disruption for the past year and a half, a little teeny tiny virus,
yeah.
and, a little bit of a shutdown. But even then, as an exhibitor, as opposed to an attendee, there's just a whole lot of different starts and stops that occur, right? Making the trek across the oceans, getting on a trade show floor. And there's a whole lot that from the exhibitor side that you don't necessarily really think about from the attendee side. But when I got here, one of the things that I kept looking out was that it felt like we were in that new normal we've been talking about, but that exciting new normal and the energy of the trade show floor. So tell me some of your impressions when you got here and when that show floor opened up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first of all, just being in Barcelona is a whole other game, right? From a cultural perspective and everything, but the attendance is actually overwhelming. From what everybody has been saying is that way more people than I think anybody expected. We're actually running out of swag and we're not even on day 3 yet. So we just didn't expect the attendance, the energy. People are excited to be here, and frankly, it feels really good to feel like the pandemic is actually behind us. We know it's not completely behind us, but it feels that way. And the energy's amazing, exhibitors, attendees, and everybody's just excited to be here.
Right, and now you're a North American-based company, and you're also operating in EMEA, correct?
That's right. So we're headquartered in Montreal in Canada, but we do have a European headquarter as well in Germany. So it's actually 50-50 these days with respect to staffing and with respect to revenue and projects. So we really operate 50-50 North America and European and international markets.
It was an interesting thing that came up earlier talking to somebody, which, again, from the attendee side to the exhibitor side, when you have multinationals, one of the things that they had mentioned was it was the first time in years that even company employees were able to see one another, that there were whole groups of people who had never met, that this is partially the first time to see some of your counterparts that you haven't seen in literally almost years.
Well, our UK rep, for example, we hired him just shortly after the pandemic started, and I've seen him on Teams a million times, and I was sure that we had met, and I see him here for the first time, and I said, "You're shorter than I expected." I said, "Wow!" You see people and you think you've seen them, but you haven't, and it's been great to see the colleagues, multiple colleagues that we haven't seen in 2 years. So yes, that side of it for the teams themselves has been really great. In fact, we're having some meetings in Germany next week, so I'm not going home just yet. I'll be in Germany next week for some meetings and going to get to meet the rest of the team. We just moved to a brand new office in Germany, so I'm going to get to see the new office. So yes, this whole international gathering has been great, this reconnecting.
Well, it sounds like there's a whole lot of momentum building up, so we actually have to talk about product.
Let's talk about product.
So tell me, you're obviously on the show floor exhibiting.
Yes.
You have some new product news.
We do.
Tell us about that.
So we were going to launch a new product at ISE when it was supposed to be in February. So we did hold off for a little while, but we didn't want to hold off all the way to May. So we did make an announcement about the new product. It's called the PAK. It's a PAK video wall node. It's a video wall processor. And it started shipping. We made another announcement in April, and it's been great. So ISE is really the first venue where we get to show and demo the product in public, in person, to people on the show floor. So the PAK is a multi-window IP decoding device. It's really a new concept about networked video walls. And so we do have the traditional video wall processor called the VuScape that we've been selling for multiple years. But the PAK really introduces a new way of deploying and managing modular video walls. And the beauty of that is, aside from the fact that it's a really small, very compact and cost-effective appliance, it gives integrators and users an opportunity to scale their projects a lot more easily, because every PAK can power up to 4 displays. And if you want to increase the size of your video wall, all you need to do is add another PAK. And once you have multiple of these, you stitch them together to create one logical surface on your video wall, and you can mix and combine content any way you want across that single wall. But the advantage is that if there's a failure, there's no, it really eliminates that single point of failure. So if there's a failure, you lose only a portion of your wall and not the whole wall, and then it comes right back. With respect to spare parts, all you need to keep is that one spare part. And in complement of that product, we did make a new announcement just a couple of weeks ago for the application server. So the application server allows you to have multiple websites, dashboards, and applications running in your system as sources without impacting the performance of your processor. And so these two products are really complementary in terms of IP video wall deployment. So
great.
That's the gist of it.
Well, that's fantastic. But, there's some technical challenges too. I mean, as a multinational, as much as we wish we have one standard with transmission, how do you find that you're able to approach, from a multinational standpoint, being flexible and growing? Because we are seeing the technology changing, and we keep hearing about the convergence. We're still not quite at convergence. So how are you finding that you're able with VuWall to bridge that gap?
So we are very, very focused in AV over IP. So all of our technology, our management systems, so the TRX was another announcement we made, which is the software that manages all the video wall nodes. It manages, in fact, all the devices on the IP network with a really very interoperable platform, and it's built with interoperability in mind from the get-go. So truly interoperable, where you can have any source type, and multi-brand devices that you can manage and control in your ecosystem. And it's all based on AV over IP technology. So it's everything on the IP network. So a lot of people say that they're there and everything's over IP, and it's not necessarily true. But our product is very much focused on that. So it's really ideal for AV over IP environments.
Well, obviously, absolutely. Well, obviously, the best way to see the product is and to get a chance to really experience it is to be here on the show floor. Unfortunately, not everybody can be here in Spain. So if people want to find out more, how can they find you?
So, of course, our website, customer stories, videos, all that stuff, cut sheets, data sheets are all available on our website at VuWall.com. But we also, for those who can't be here to get a live demo, we also do demos remotely quite easily, or we can send some folks to your facility, or better yet, come visit us at one of our new experience centers in Montreal and Germany. We have experience centers at VuWall.com/demo. You can book a demo, and we will accommodate a personalized demo.
Well, it sounds like you're going to be taking care of a whole lot of people moving forward.
Looking forward to it.
Well, great. If you obviously want to find out more about VuWall, we've got the website for VuWall.com.
Absolutely.
If you want to find out more information about our exhibitors here at ISE 2022, you can find more of it from the AVNation website, our Twitter feed. We've got lots of information there. But I'm going to be wrapping up here with Anna. So for AVNation.tv, this is Rich Fregosa.